Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thigh Company. We're live here on this evening or afternoon of May the 31st, 2025, 7:48 p.m. live here on Thigh Company, the YouTube channel. So yeah, for today's live stream, first things first, a big update. We finally reached our 15,000 subscriber goal, which I'm glad that we did that. So we can switch that to probably 16,000 now. So 16,000 there. And I'm gonna switch this. Oh, that's already at 16,000. Okay, good. I don't know. I was originally thinking about making it 20,000, but I've noticed that some stuff has slowed down a little bit on Thigh Company, so I'm gonna put out 16 for now. But anyway, so yeah, for today's live stream, I have two stories. First story is kind of an update about Sped Dad, and the second story is a rabbit story about my Turkish neighbors, and they have this crazy uh, idea kind of for business and all that. But first story, Sped Dad. So for Sped Dad, last time we talked about in a live stream, he was at this senior living or adult assistance living center or nursing home, whatever you want to call it, man. I'm gonna call this more of a senior center. He was living there essentially free and being taken care of, basically financially by his caretaker or AKA third wife, and then later by my half brother. And then half brother decided to stop paying for everything, and he basically got kicked out because he can't pay for rent, right? So they moved him into some little house. Her clicking on the door, my bad. They moved him to this house, and he was acting sped and going crazy in his house, peeing on furniture and trying to
Drinking
fight
water.
with people. So yeah, peeing on furniture, fighting on people—that's pretty sped. So they kicked him out, and they were going to call the
You
cops
know
on
what's
him.
more that you told me about?
What's that, Alex?
That he put two taped two oranges to a milk jug and call it a car.
Okay. But yeah, they decided to instead of basically calling the cops on him, they called paramedics, ambulance, and they took him into some hospital. And he was living in the emergency department or for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks in the emergency department. That's pretty crazy, right? But they finally found a nursing home for him. Some place south of Atlanta, Georgia, called Conyers, Georgia. I know it's a little town or city. I can't confirm this yet that he's there completely because I haven't talked to him since. But apparently he's there at some nursing home there. And I was given the phone number and the name of this facility, but when I tried calling there, no one's answering the phone. I've called there multiple times today, so I don't know what's going on. But he's in like a memory care division there. But apparently his dementia has gotten worse from what my uncle has been saying. How worse, I don't know because apparently my uncles went down there about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. So they started talking to him. He, recognized who they were. But when they would start asking him questions, he would like answer as if they were asking him different questions. Kind of like, asking, hey, how, are you comfortable? And then he's telling, the time or something like that as his answer. But they also were asking the question, hey, do you need anything? He wasn't able to answer the question he wasn't able to answer the question of, do you need anything? So they thought that he was basically getting worse. So he's there, and apparently they want to basically have nobody be able to contact him for a minimum of 2 weeks while he's trying to, I guess, settle into this nursing home. Meaning that I guess that's maybe perhaps why no one's answering the phone. But I'm calling their main office, and no one's answering the main office line, so I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so apparently we have to wait 2 weeks before anyone will be able to establish any first contact with him. Which is crazy to think of, really, but fortunately that's the deal with that. And then I talked to that's Sped wife or third wife of his, and she was basically getting fed up that no one was letting her know where my Sped dad's at. Um, and there was a reason for it. They thought that maybe she would mess up his insurance or something. I don't know the exact details of the reason why, but I was told it was something to that nature. So yeah, basically he's in a nursing home now. Um, he doesn't have a phone, so there's no way to really call him, unfortunately. But I'm told that if you call the place, and you ask for him, apparently they should be willing to bring the phone over to him to talk. So who knows? Otherwise, the other news, the second part of the story, is the Turkish rabbit story. So the reason I call it that, basically the story starts out this way. A couple weeks ago, we noticed a rabbit in our backyard. It was kind of a gray, fluffy looking rabbit. And, it's clear that somebody probably had a rabbit that ran away from them, a pet rabbit, because this is not a wild rabbit. Wild rabbits here are brown and they're not fluffy. They're short haired. But yeah, this one's got a long hair, fluffy, and started living in our backyard underneath this little shed that we had. And the rabbit is so domesticated that you can come outside, bring him a carrot, and he'll come up to you, start jumping up like a dog, jumping, making hula hoops in the air, and will take the yeah, it will take the carrot out of your hands, and eat it. So I don't know if it was my grandmother or I think my grandmother decided to tell my Turkish neighbors about this rabbit that's been living with us kind of on and off. Like the rabbit will be probably hanging out in our backyard in the morning, and then as the day progresses, I think it goes back to its owners or something. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe it's kind of like a wild cat, sort of say. But my Turkish neighbors decided to come up with this crazy idea, right? They decided that, oh, we need to get our own rabbit because they originally wanted us to bring this rabbit to them because they wanted a pet rabbit. And my grandmother was kind of against the idea because, how are you gonna catch a rabbit? Maybe the rabbit's gonna scratch and bite you. What if the rabbit has a disease? I guess that's pretty much the reason why. So, Turkish neighbors decided, okay, we're just gonna go up and get our own rabbits. Apparently, rumored to be, they found some wild rabbits or somebody else's rabbit. It looks like a pet rabbit because it's not a wild rabbit. Black and white spotted rabbits I don't think are really wild that much. Well, they find this rabbit and they locked up this rabbit in a like a dog cage essentially. They put it on a table and this rabbit is just chilling there on the table. So Turkish neighbors called me up the other day and they're like, "Hey, can you catch this rabbit for us? We want to have these two rabbits mate and have them have babies." And I'm like, I don't know if I can even do that because first of all, again, how are we gonna catch the rabbit? And then my grandma was like, "No, what if it's somebody's rabbit and this person, the rabbit's owner, is going to find out? Then we can be in legal trouble because we abused their property." And I'm like, I don't even know how that would even happen if that was even were to even go about occurring. Uh, but apparently, these neighbors, Turkish neighbors, they were thinking about getting these rabbits, having them have rabbit babies and all that, and then sell the rabbit babies for cash so they can have a source of income coming in. And then, on top of that, the extra rabbits they'll cook up because rabbit meat apparently tastes better than chicken meat, according to them. So I'm like, oh, I don't. And then I'm like, what? Um, interesting ideas. Interesting ideas. I ain't gonna argue that it's bad or anything, or sped or anything. But it's an interesting idea, nonetheless. But the problem is, I can't even catch this rabbit. I told them, hey, I can't catch this rabbit. I don't know how I'm going to catch a rabbit. Rabbit's going to run faster than me. And they're like, oh, let me get you a bag. I'm going to get you a grocery bag and you just go catch the rabbit. I'm like, I ain't going to go with no Walmart bag running around my backyard or people are going to look at me like I'm crazy. so, so I don't even know, man. And then I went this morning to see where this rabbit was. And I couldn't even find the rabbit. I was like looking around, and I think the rabbit got the word. You think they already got it? I don't know, man. I don't know. But just a crazy idea that came up, and I was like, you know, fine, I guess. I don't know the legality of all. Like, I don't know if you can cook up rabbits in your backyard, like on the grill and all that. But I don't even know how you would go about doing that. But it's just the whole idea of having this all happen. It just sounds crazy. But yeah, guys, I wanted to give you all these two quick stories. One story about my dad and then this, rabbit story. I found it to be both interesting. But yeah, guys, if you have not already, make sure you do subscribe to Thigh Company. Hit the bell icon so you do get updates for the channel and all that. Like this video, give this video a thumbs up, and comment down below what else you would like for us to cover on the channel. Otherwise, thank